You've likely seen the infographics or heard the sermons. Jesus talked about hell more than anyone else in the Bible. It's a powerful statement used to underscore the urgency of the gospel. But what if that foundational claim is built on a linguistic misunderstanding? When we look at the original Greek texts, the word hell, as we imagine it, a place of eternal conscious torment, is strikingly absent. To understand what Jesus was actually saying, we have to look at the words he used. Most often, when modern Bibles say hell, the Greek word is Hades or Gehenna. Hades was simply the realm of the dead, the grave, where everyone went, regardless of their moral standing. It wasn't a pit of fire, it was the state of being deceased. Then there is Gehenna. This wasn't a metaphysical underworld, it was a physical location. The Hinnom Valley outside Jerusalem, a place associated with historical tragedy and a smoldering trash heap. Using these words to describe a medieval concept of hell is a massive leap in translation. Scholars and theologians are increasingly calling for a correction of this narrative. David Bentley Hart, in his monumental translation of the New Testament, argues that the traditional concept of hell is a later theological invention. He points out that the New Testament's judgment is often about refinement and the eventual restoration of all things, rather than eternal retribution. Similarly, authors like John Crowder highlight that the fire Jesus speaks of is often the fire of God's own presence, a light that purifies rather than a furnace that destroys. From this perspective, Jesus wasn't a preacher of eternal doom, but a prophet warning of the earthly consequences of religious corruption and announcing the overwhelming inclusion of the grace of God. When we correct the translation, the message changes. Instead of a God who is primarily concerned with eternal punishment, we find a Christ who is concerned with the liberation of humanity from death, Hades, and the destructive paths, Gehenna, we create for ourselves. The next time you see a post saying Jesus talked about hell more than anyone else, remember, he wasn't talking about hell. He was talking about the victory of life over the grave. As David Bentley Hart suggests, perhaps the good news is actually much better than we've been led to believe.